The waves crashed softly on the white shores of Ibiza. The music pulsed through the night air. And in the middle of it all, dancing with friends, laughing without care, was Carlos Alcaraz, the newly crowned French Open champion, once again releasing the weight of greatness in the only way he knows how, with joy. This wasn't just a celebration. It was a ritual, a post-clay tradition, a moment where the sweat and struggle of the spring season gave way to serenity, even if only for 72 fleeting hours. And Alcaraz made no attempt to hide it. He embraced it, spoke about it with a grin, lived it with intention. Probably, he said when asked if the annual Ibiza trip would continue. The word hung in the air, not with doubt, but with assurance. Because for Alcaraz, this is not about escaping responsibility, it's about preserving balance. The grind of clay, the pressure of Paris, the weight of trophies, it all demands a counterbalance. And for him, Ibiza is just that. He knows what the critics say. That champions must be machines. That rest is weakness. That focus means isolation. But Alcaraz, at just 22, is rewriting the script of greatness. He is proving that mental rest is not indulgence, it is maintenance. That to conquer Wimbledon, you must sometimes first conquer the dance floor in San Antonio. His team once objected. His coaches once furrowed brows. But not this time. Not after what he did last year. Not after he came back from Ibiza in 2023 and marched across the lawns of London to snatch Wimbledon from the hands of Novak Djokovic, not once, but twice. And so, when he told them he was going again this year, there was only one answer: we knew you would. There's something freeing about watching a young man live so presently. To watch him hold the Coupe des Mousquetaires one moment and a beach drink the next. To witness a player who trains like a warrior but recovers like a human being. Because that's what Alcaraz is, human. Gloriously, unapologetically human. He's not trying to be a monk. He's not seeking monk-like discipline or robotic precision. He's seeking joy. And joy, he knows, fuels his game. It is the energy that powers his fearsome forehand. It is the lightness that gives flight to his footwork. It is the clarity that lets him dream of grass courts while still dancing on the sand. When he returned to London and stepped onto the Queen's Club grass, there was no hangover in sight, just purpose. His eyes were clear, his smile wide, his body sharp. The few days of freedom had done their job. His mind was emptied of pressure, his shoulders loose, his soul light. And now he's ready. Because Alcaraz is not just a seasonal threat, he is an all-surface storm. Clay bows to his spin. Grass bends to his brilliance. And hard courts, they already fear him. The tennis calendar knows his name. It trembles as he transitions from surface to surface like a conductor orchestrating a global symphony. Ibiza didn't distract him from his goals, it reminded him why they matter. It reminded him that tennis is not just about dominance, it is about discovery. Of how far you can push. Of how deep you can dig. And of how high you can rise when you take a moment to breathe. The Netflix documentary revealed the tension. Showed the tug of war between responsibility and release. But even the cameras couldn't deny the results. They filmed him dancing. And then they filmed him winning. Over and over again. Now, with Wimbledon on the horizon, the echoes of Paris still ringing in his ears, Alcaraz stands renewed. Recharged. Not just because he won in France, but because he reset in Ibiza. The balance is delicate, but he walks it like a wire artist. Fame pulling one way, pressure pulling the other. But in the center, always, is Carlos. Smiling, grounded, defiant. He doesn't fear the eyes watching him on social media. He doesn't shrink from scrutiny. Instead, he owns his image. He shapes it. A young king who refuses to surrender his crown or his joy. He laughs when asked about objections. They didn't, he says, almost surprised at the question. Because at this point, there is no debate. He has proven that happiness and excellence are not enemies, they are partners. So now the grass beckons. The white-clad season looms. Center court awaits the return of its champion. And Carlos Alcaraz. He arrives not just as a player, but as a force of nature, unburdened, unbeaten, unbothered. His Ibiza story is not a footnote. It is part of his process. A vital chapter between the red clay and the green grass. A reminder that even in greatness, there must be pause. Because for Alcaraz, winning is not enough. It must be lived. It must be loved. And yes, occasionally, it must be danced through. So let the critics talk. Let the doubters whisper. He hears only the beat of his own rhythm, one that begins in Roland Garros, pulses through Ibiza, and ends, perhaps, with another trophy on the grass of SW19. And if he wins again, no one will ask where he went after Paris. They'll know. Because by now, everyone knows. Carlos Alcaraz celebrates. Carlos Alcaraz resets. Carlos Alcaraz wins.